This year, we welcomed around 28.4 million learners in 44,931 public schools and 12,162 private schools nationwide.
Alright, meron tayong vlog for today. Ayan kay ating sa basic education report. Ayan ang kay highlight of Vice President Sara Duterte. Ayan, panoorin po natin yan ng report ng 2023 kasama si ating President Bongbong Marcos and Mike Subiri. Ayan, ayan, panoorin po natin yan at subaybayan ng ating DepEd sa mga nagpunta. Ayan, panoorin po natin guys.
28.4 million learners in 44,931 public schools and 12,162 private schools nationwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., and the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, Sara Z. Duterte. Be seated. Country, as well as the plans and initiatives of the Department of Education in fulfilling its mandate of delivering quality and accessible basic education for all.
Thank you. Please take your seats. His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr., distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum, madayaw ug maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Bahay, bilang ina, kasama ko, namumuhay ang 4 na uri ng learners. Isang kindergarten, isang grade 4, isang grade 3, grade 7 at grade 9. Nakita ko po ang iba't ibang uri ng problemang nararanasan nila sa kanilang pag-aaral araw-araw. Sa trabaho, bilang kalihim ng Department of Education, kasama ko namang namumuhay ang mahigit sa 28 million Filipino learners sa buong bansa. At nakikita ko ang napakaraming problemang hinaharap at binubuno nila sa kanilang pag-aaral araw-araw. For learners at home, over 28 million learners all over the Philippines. These, ladies and gentlemen, make my interest in the future of Philippine education a very personal matter. Schools, as a result of problems ingrained in our system. This is the truth. Ito po ang katotohanan. Maokit. These are just a handful of Filipinos whose sacrifices changed the course of our history as a people. They are Filipinos who demonstrated the indomitability of our spirit as a people. Our children are children of heroes. They are the descendants of Dr. Jose Rizal, Gabriela Silang, Francisco Dagohoy, and Sultan Kudarat. Our children are bound for greatness. This is the Basic Education Report 2023. The lack of school infrastructure and resources to support the ideal teaching process is the most pressing issue pounding the Philippine basic education. The department is not blind to the reality that there is a need to build, repair, and maintain school infrastructure to accommodate the growing number of learners all over the Philippines. 63 classrooms damaged by Super Typhoon Odette are still subject for repair and replacement. Procurement practices also illuminated the concern for transparency and accountability. Our assessment showed that the centralized procurement of DepEd has been hounded by delays in the submission of technical specifications, lack of updated guidelines, lack of qualified bidders, and low participation rates of prospective bidders. Practices at the Department of Education had red flags that demanded immediate actions. The creation of a separate strand dedicated entirely on matters of procurement was made to improve the system. This strand is ordered to ensure that delivery of services is done within the period required by law, following the processes mandated by law. Our intention here is to solve a problem that has permeated within the system and ensure that transparency and accountability are present. This year, we welcomed around 28.4 million learners in 44,931 public schools and 12,162 private schools nationwide. But recovery in enrollment is limited only to public schools. We saw the decline of enrollment figures in private schools and eventually saw some private schools terminating their operations. From 2020 to 2022, more than 1,600 private schools stopped operations. For senior high school, our work immersion program has contributed to a high passing rate of 90% in the National Certificate Assessment administered by TESDA. The need to pursue higher education in order to find employment. The National Senior High School Tracer Study conducted by the Bureau of Curriculum Development showed the K-12 curriculum promised to produce graduates that are employable. Our teachers, our mission to carve a better future for our children will fail. Lagi ko pong sinasabi sa ating mga guro, importante kayo sa pag-unlad ng ating bayan. Kayo ang gumagabay at tumutulong sa ating mga kabataan sa pagpapanday ng kanilang mga pangarap sa buhay at sa katuparan ng mga pangarap na ito. Tayo po ay magiging matatag tungo sa isang bansang makabata at batang makabansa.
Lahat tayo nagsisikap.
Lahat tayo nagsisipag.
Lahat tayo nais tumalino't gumaling.
Lahat tayo gustong makatulong sa pamilya at sa bayan.
Lahat tayo maaasahan.
Lahat tayo gagawa.
Lahat tayo tutulong.
Lahat tayo didiskarte at lilikha para sa ating kinabukasan.
Dahil lahat tayo ay may pangarap, may gustong abutin, may nais marating.
At kahit pa humarap sa libu-libong hamon ng buhay,
Ang tatag ng lahing Pilipino,
Mangingibabaw.
Susulong.
Tayo ay magiging matatag.
matatag na kurikulum,
Matatag na paaralan. At agarang serbisyo para sa edukasyon.
Matatag na programa sa mag-aaral at kabataan.
matatag na suporta para sa mga guro.
ang ating pangarap,
Maaabot.
Mararating.
Basta tulong-tulong.
magsisipag tayo
Magsisikap tayo.
Para sa isang bansang makabata. Lahat tayo.
Lahat tayo.
Lahat tayo. Matatag ang pangarap, matatag ang kinabukasan.
Meant to improve the teaching and learning process. We will engage with SHED and TESDA and various industry partners to address the issues of skills mismatch in our senior high school program. And we will need your help. Our matatag agenda. This is our roadmap. This is our commitment.
Thank you, President Marcos, Vice President Duterte, and the rest of the stage party. And congratulations to the Department of Education.
I request everyone to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much to our Vice President and the Secretary of Education. Oh, please sit down. Secretary of Education, and we thank you very much for that most thorough and insightful report. Today, for the first part of the basic education report. And it is particularly important, as we were noting during this, while the Vice President was speaking, that this has been the first conference of this kind for many, many years. And that we will see noticeable improvements moving forward. Because our Department of Education, that is spearheaded by no less than our hardworking Vice President, Sara Duterte, is there. Let me also acknowledge and convey my deepest appreciation to the men and women of DepEd who are now in the hot seat because pinakilala na kayo ni Inday Sara sa aming lahat. Kaya pagka magka-problema, alam na namin kung sinong lalapitan namin. But all of you, the associations in the country, policymakers, the development partners, and all stakeholders for your collective efforts and commitment to pursuing quality education for all. I am pleased to see that you have gathered here for this very important event for the benefit of our learners. Your attendance is a manifestation that addressing our educational challenges requires not only a multifaceted approach, but also the active participation of all. It is my hope that my being here signals this administration's determination and commitment to bridge the gaps that currently exist in the education sector. Indeed, strengthening our education system warrants a whole of government, whole of society approach with the highest degree of proactivity, motivation, and perseverance. As our nation recovers and bounces back from the losses and adverse effects caused by COVID-19, we must we must now move full speed to equip our learners and educators with the capacity and tools they need to meet the challenges and opportunities we have in front of us. As many of you know, for government, but as a practical one, because without that skilled workforce, we cannot compete and we cannot succeed. So that this administration will at no point scrimp on investment in our educational sector and in our young learners. And I am here today to reaffirm that commitment. We will build infrastructure. We will build infrastructure that will provide our learners, teachers, and the entire academic sector with a healthy and safe environment that is conducive to learning. We will also invest in our teachers. As we all know, that is part of that is part of our improving our educational system. Are there because it is a vocation. Teachers do not become teachers because it is their job. Teachers do not become teachers because they want to become rich. Teachers become teachers because they have to. It is a vocation, and it is up to us to support them in that effort. Embrace the DepEd's theme, and a fine one it is. Bansang makabata, batang makabansa. In that way, we can produce young citizens who are not only productive, but also harbor genuine love and passion for our country. United efforts, I am confident that we will succeed and bring forth a better, brighter, more prosperous future for our children. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at magandang hapon po.
Thank you, Mr. President.
This year, 28.4 million learners in
Alright guys, ayan, saksiyan natin ang Basic Education the Year Report 2023. Ayan ang mga anong plano nila. Anong plano ni President Bongbong, Migsubiri at iba pang ni Vice President Sara Duterte para sa ating mga anak. Ayan, maraming salamat. Baka di pa kayo nakasubscribe, Rob Trip. Ayan, keep safe and healthy. Thank you so much sa support.